Pisces, thank you for joining me. This is your astrology forecast for August 2015. It's really nice to be with you today. I'm going to give you a rundown of what you can expect via the astrological influences, what's going to come up for you, and I'll have a look at specific dates, when to do what, and what to look out for. So I want to get started straight away, and the first thing that I've noticed is that Venus at the moment is right on top of your descendant, okay? So it's kind of what you're looking for. So what that might look like for you, Pisces, is that there's a certain sense of longing in your day-to-day life, that there's a certain feeling you're being pulled towards something. Now, on the 1st of August as well, Venus goes into Leo. And Leo is the sign of fire and passion. Venus is the goddess of love and romance, okay? So love and romance are going to be like this bright burning fire that you can kind of see over there on the horizon and that you're going to be walking towards. So that's going to be, I think, at the beginning of the month, a big priority for you. If you're in a relationship already, the perfection of that relationship is going to be important. You'll want that to work. You'll want it to be harmonious and you'll want it to be exciting. If it's not there, I think the longing will be even stronger and you'll want something on a day-to-day basis. You will be looking for a change in your day-to-day life so that you can have the routine of love, if that makes sense. You will want a permanent long-term partner in your life. On the 1st of August as well, here we've got a T-square in your chart. And that's an area of motivation with a solution kind of built in. And the answer to that is for you to find what you're looking for in terms of your relationship life, my dear Pisces, is not that you have to go traveling the world to find this ideal person, that you have to cross the ocean and go through the jungle to find the man of your dreams. You can find what you're looking for exactly where you are right now. That's really what the chart is indicating, that your heart's desires in your own backyard, okay? And this Venus right on top of your descendant, it's giving you that sense of longing. The grass is always greener. I need to travel. I need to go a certain distance to find what I'm looking for. I have to go on this quest for the Holy Grail. And that seems to be an illusion. And that seems to be incorrect in terms of your chart. You can find that right at home. Now, I just want to cast your mind back to July. There was a conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, which was known as the Star of Bethlehem. I did a separate video on that. And you could actually see the two in the sky. They created the illusion of being one star. And it's like when Jesus was born, where there was this big star in the heavens. And the three wise men, they saw this star and they trekked over there. They went on this quest to go there. And you're responding similarly to the wise men because you have felt this star and it's given you this big promise of passion and fire and hope for the future, especially in your daily life and how wonderful that can be. And you're embodying the wise men by kind of thinking, I have to go somewhere and do that. But the wise men can stay home, especially when they're Pisces. You will find what you're looking for right where you are. Okay? So the next thing that occurs is that on the 3rd of August, there's a grand trine in water, which is your element, and that is between your sense of self, your romance, and the structure, that the kind of lack of needing to go anywhere else. And I think you understand that around the 3rd. So the 1st and 2nd, you might feel a little sense of disconcertedness and, oh, if I want to find what I'm looking for, I'm going to have to go out and get it and go on this adventure. I think by the 3rd, I think you'll understand that you can really get what you want, that you can find your heart's desire right where you are. And I think you'll start to feel more at peace and you'll have that emotional understanding around it, so you're not tortured by it. You know, longing is not a pleasant feeling. It's not, like sitting there and wishing and hoping someone was there with you and someone you could just give a hug or something. It's not a nice feeling to have that sense of lack and emptiness within yourself. So don't think that you're going to feel that very strongly. The other thing that's happening is that Pluto's in retrograde at the moment, and it's been in retrograde since April the 16th, and it stays in retrograde until the 24th of September. It's in your 11th house, And what that means is that you can, when it's in retrograde, it's more about pulling things away, especially negativity. And this is about healing past disappointments within yourself. So if you have been disappointed in love, like most of us have, then you will feel that quite strongly at the beginning of the month. But the thing to do about that is to realize that you can transform that. And just because you have been disappointed in the past doesn't mean you're going to be disappointed in the future. Especially what your chart is saying is if you apply yourself to go and find it and you take action. So you actually go out there and you meet people and you talk to people. You don't have to repeat the patterns of the past, and you can be happy in a relationship. 5th of August sees the moon trining Jupiter and Venus. Okay. And the moon is in your 2nd house together with your Uranus, and it's in your it's in Aries. Okay, great. So what happens is that around the 5th, I think your day-to-day routine, I think you'll start to channel that kind of longing for a partner or for a romantic relationship. I think you'll get really busy in terms of diverting your energy into being creative. I think you'll start to get really fiery and passionate about things. So whether you start singing or you do art or you write, I think you're going to channel that energy into something else. So you're being a bit of an alchemist. You're transmuting that from a longing that's going nowhere to actually being productive. And by being productive, I think you actually end up with something that's really quite good. I think that's really of good quality. And whatever products you make between the 3rd and the 5th, whether that's clay ashtrays or whether it's writing short stories or whether it's recording music, is going to be something that's going to be unique to you and that you can actually market. On the 7th, the sun squares the moon. And again, I think what this does is it makes you very communicative about your needs. And I think you put those in a practical sense. I'm single, I'm going to write a song about it. I want a happier life, I'm going to put that into my painting. I want to feel a sense of unity, so I'm going to sit down and meditate or do a dance or something like that. But the actions that you take from that longing are really, really valuable, and they come up with a practical, tangible, you end up with a tangible, practical outcome. That's interesting because, you know, you're really taking something that's a wasted emotion because you're wishing and dreaming for something that isn't there, and you're turning that and making it into something real that other people then can respond to and connect with. Other people who feel longing too, other people who may not be satisfied, and then you get your satisfaction from that. So it's a different way, it's a roundabout way of getting what you want in a different format. On the 8th of August, Mercury goes into Virgo. Mercury is very happy in Virgo because Mercury rules Virgo. This sits right on top of your descendant, so that sense of longing now dissipates and you start to get a little bit more rational and right-brained about all of that, and you're like, okay, wishful thinking aside, what can we actually do? What practical action can we do without torturing ourselves here? And again, I think you'll realize that you don't need to cross the world to find your true love. I think that you will find that you've been a little bit quick to disregard or to, I think you've overreacted a little bit in saying, oh, we'll never find love again. And I think you'll reevaluate that. And I think on the 8th, the hope of true love will reignite within you. That's beautiful and wonderful. And what I've realized in my life is that it's much easier to become cynical and jaded than you actually think, because life can be tough, and to really, you know, some people are natural romantics, but other people start off, you know, believing in love and romance and stuff, and they have certain disappointments, and they're done with it. They're like, this is not real. It's just a chemical reaction. I'm done with love. And you're not like that. You are someone who believes in love and who believes in spirit and who believes in, you know, the truth and the beauty of life. But you, like anyone, you're not immune from disappointments. And on the 8th, I really think you let go of some of those disappointments and you rediscover your ability to dream and to hope for that kind of beautiful connection. So that's half the work done, because the dream's alive, then you can actually manifest it into reality, and it's much more likely that you then actually experience that. On the 9th of August, Mars goes into Leo, and that's in your 6th house. So now you've got 4 planets, no, you've got 3 planets, 1 luminary and 1 angle in your 6th house. You've got Jupiter, Venus, the Sun, Mars, and the midheaven. And around the 9th, I think you're going to get really creative, and you're really going to reflect on how you've been creative at the beginning of the month, and you're going to think, how can I actually make this a job? Because I think you've had an unexpected success at the beginning of August, and I think you're going to try and turn that into something more concrete that you can actually use in your day-to-day life. And I would encourage you to do that, because it's very quality, what you created. On the 11th of August, the moon trines Neptune. And that is between your 5th house of romance and the 1st house of self. Neptune being your ruler. And Neptune and Chiron are in your sign all month, okay? So you're really going to feel that sense of, I can really fix past disappointments. I can reclaim the dream. By dreaming the dream, I'm going to have new hope. And I think on the 11th of August, I think you actually have a nice piece of evidence that allows you to say hope is not unreasonable. So it might be that you meet someone, or someone is kind to you, or that an old ex who you had a great thing with kind of tells you that they miss you or something. Basically, you're going to feel loved, and you're going to feel lovable on the 11th of August. And it will confirm to you that it's right and it's safe for you to look for love, and you will find it. Between the 12th and the 19th of August, Mercury trines Pluto. And again, this is an opportunity to be level-headed and to detox from negative experiences you've had with other people, and to really be done with them. Faulty thinking, our experiences can really turn into something else in our own heads. A couple of people don't like you in your life, and you can start to think, no one likes me. So you stop kind of jumping to conclusions like that, and you get really reasonable around the 12th. And between the 12th and 19th, it's a good time to detox negative thinking. So look up CBT, go on Google, look up CBT form, and you can actually you can list your faulty beliefs and free yourself of them. It's a really helpful thing to do. Oh, on this day as well, Jupiter moves into Virgo, and it stays in Virgo for a year. It stays there until the 10th of September 2016. And that's also on top of your descendant. So this is, what luck can I get? It makes you strive towards something, and it's really, really positive, because in Virgo, when you take earthy, practical action, you will get what you're looking for. So the sense of longing, the sense of something outside of myself to make me happy, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't feel comfortable, but if it motivates you to take action, it will actually be something positive, because this year, between August the 12th and the 10th of September 2016, anyone who takes action will be lucky, who will be able to access their luck. And for you, it's in the sector of relationship. So you can be lucky in relationships if you get out there and if you take action. Simple as that. 14th of August is the new moon, and that's in your day-to-day sector, in your day-to-day life. It quincunxes Chiron in your 1st house, and I think this success that you've had at the beginning of the month, I think you start to really see what that could be, and that again could heal past disappointments. So if you've been unemployed for 5 years and you feel bad about yourself, this success that you've now had, hey, I could do something with this, I'm going to turn this into a business, I'm going to sell these on eBay, or I'm going to do this part-time or whatever, that is really going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel like you've got more control of your life, like your creativity matters, and that what your output is actually going to be not only valuable to you, but valuable to the world. That's hugely motivating. On the 15th of August, Jupiter begins to oppose Neptune, and it stays in opposition with Neptune until the 13th of October. What that does is, these 2 months are really nice for you to dream how you see yourself, what you can achieve, in particular in relationship, and what action you could take to get there. So it could be that you see yourself in a house, married with kids and stuff, and that you manifest that. Or it could be, hey, I want to get myself in shape, I want to work out, I want to be the best version I can be, because that's going to make the whole process easier. Or it's going to be, I'm going to try a different way of dating that I've never tried. I'm going to go on whatever, the whatever website to actually meet people. So it's about seeing the end goal, taking practical action to get there. And for those 2 months, you're going to be really motivated. So make use of that motivation to really change things for your benefit. On the 18th of August, the moon has moved into Libra, and it sextiles your Mars and your midheaven in your 6th. So, I actually think this is the first opportunity for you to meet someone. So if you get busy at the beginning of the month and actually go out there, you can actually turn this around quite quickly, so that you're actually meeting people by the 18th. So that initial sense of longing at the beginning of August, you'll have to come to terms with that, but rather than implode because of it and to do something else, use it to actually take action, and you will get what you're looking for. The other option you can do is at the beginning of August, you can long for someone, and you can feel really uncomfortable by it, and you can say, I'm never going to meet anyone. Hey, I'll just have a drink, make it go away. That's not the right thing to do, and that's what a lot of people do. So really feel your feelings and then act on them. That's what's going to give you the positive outcome you're looking for. On the 20th, the moon is right next to your ascendant, and it's in the 9th house. And that then again trines your Neptune. So now the 20th onwards is a great time to actually interesting, because Saturn is there as well. So it's a great time to push against the limitations that you've been feeling. So all of those negative messages, I can't do it because, or I can't reach out because, you're going to feel emotionally secure enough within yourself to push against those and to break through the barriers that have held you back. I think you can have a huge breakthrough in terms of how you conduct yourself in your life on the 20th. And the message from that will come through something you learn at work. Whether it's something that you discover in passing, or one of your colleagues says, but something someone drops in passing in your working environment will really allow you to have that breakthrough between the 20th and the 23rd. On the 24th, there's a grand trine in fire in your chart, and this really is a wonderful day for you to have some sort of success in your working life. So I think the breakthrough isn't just in terms of your emotions, it can also be in terms of what you're doing at work. It might be that you're blocked. If you're a writer, that you've got writer's block, or if you're in a corporation that you haven't had any ideas, or that you haven't been able to figure out this one problem. On the 23rd, that breakthrough will apply to your work, and it will really allow you, through your own application, to overcome that. You'll feel great on the 24th. So if there's been a problem in your life that you haven't been able to solve, especially in the working arena, approach it on the 24th. It's very likely that you'll have your breakthrough then. On the 28th, Mercury goes into Libra, and again, you're going to, now at the end of the month, actually come across very well to people in your life. I think you'll come across as stable, secure, very likable, and like a doer and shaker, and someone like people would want to hitch their, I don't know, what's that expression? People would want to get behind, and people would want to support because they're a success. So you really vibrate this aura of success and energy that people will be drawn to. So again, the sense of longing, wanting to be with someone, you have to work for it, but it starts to become much easier at the end of the month because people will naturally be drawn to you. So rather than, oh, I need a relationship, going out there like that, that's not going to help. And then at the end of the month, people just naturally come to you. So in August, really, Pisces, it's not so much about focusing on what you don't have, it's about channeling that energy into being productive, and that really creates something wonderful in your working life. So that's really where I see your biggest success in August. On the 29th, there's the full moon, and that's in your sign in Pisces. So I really think that when this full moon occurs, and it's like it coming to fruition, you will understand and you will know what this month has been about, and you will understand your improved prospects in terms of your work, and also you will see that relationships are now much easier for you, and that it's not about because I crave a relationship, therefore I will get one. It's because when the timing is right, it will take its course, and I can't force these things. So acceptance is a big thing for you this month, and channeling your energy into positive things where you can actually have control over them, whereas we never have control over other people. Finally, this month finishes with a yod in your chart, and the big thing here is about trusting yourself so that your working life, your daily routine can transform, and that your hopes and dreams can kind of become rebirthed in that sector of your life. So the longing is really a blessing that's going to help you in your career. It's an interesting way of doing it. I mean, the universe works in mysterious ways here, but I think you're really going to be pleased with what you get from your creative output. So Pisces, I hope this has been useful to you. If you'd like a private reading with me to either clarify any of these themes, or if you want specific guidance on your chart, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab for the types of readings that I do. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and you can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/GregoryScott444. Have a great August, and I'll speak to you soon.